Dave Palumbo here with Muscle Serpents Daily, and we have some clutches to pull today. I saw a couple being laid earlier. We're going to head into the snake room. We're going to take a look at them, and it could be very late by the time I get in here and get out of here because it was a late night. Mondays always are. So let's go in and check those clutches out and see what we can pull, and hopefully we'll have some fun, good luck, and get some great stuff. All right, I was waiting for this clutch to be laid. This girl lays for me every year. She's usually one of the first to go, and she really wasn't this year. I don't know what the problem was. I almost didn't think she was gonna go. We got an egg here, we got some eggs she's laying on. This is my snow, my TSK snow. That's the Snake Keeper line Axanthic, which removes yellows. And then it's albino, so it's an Axanthic albino, which we call a snow. And for those of you who've seen her in my past videos, she is one of the whitest snows that you'll see. Gorgeous, gorgeous girl, beautiful ruby red eyes. She produces some amazing looking babies. This is the fourth year actually I've produced snows from this girl. And last year I had a great clutch, everything looked great, and for some reason, when they were gonna hatch, everything was dead in the egg. I don't know why. Everything was well developed. I still can't figure it out. It was the only clutch that had to happen to. It had never happened before. She always lays a nice clutch of eggs. They're always healthy. I always have babies, and they sell like why. Usually they sell before I even list them online because they're so gorgeous. So I'm so happy to see another clutch from her. We're gonna pull these eggs. We actually have 3 clutches tonight. It's 2:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna be a little briefer than normal, but I will tell you this, that there's nothing nicer than a snowball python. You're really magnificent. And a lot of them are dirty looking. A lot of people think that the VPI line of snow, which is not compatible, by the way, with the TSK line or the Joliffe line for that matter. A lot of people think that they're nicer, and I do work with VPI, but I'm telling you, this snow line that I have, this TSK line, and this particular female and male that I breed together, they are just the whitest looking. Every once in a while I throw one with like a little bit of pattern, like a little yellow in it, but by and far, most of them are white, snow white. And when they're born, you'll see when these things hatch, they're pink white. I wish they would stay that way. They're just like pinkish white. They're just amazing looking. This is a tired girl. You can see that concavity as I show you after all their eggs are out of them. And not the greatest clutch of eggs. I'm going to show it to you here in a minute. We got a couple good ones, but usually she gives me a much better clutch. Obviously we had about 4 slugs in that clutch, and I don't even know if all those eggs are good, but you know what? Hopefully they will be. Good job, Mama. Let's wash you off. Now this was one of my most anticipated clutches of the year. I love Mandarin. It's like it's a different orange dream. It's definitely not a better orange dream. I love orange dream too. And the goal would be to produce some super Mandarins. Last year I actually produced one that I actually sold. I did a trade with. It was a female. I'm looking for a male. This is my female Mandarin that is being bred by another Mandarin male. So obviously 25% chance of producing some super Mandarins. Last year I only had 1 viable egg, and it was a super Mandarin. Can you believe it? But this girl's sitting on a nice clutch of eggs here. So chances are, if the gods are in our favor, we will produce a super Mandarin this year. Maybe more than 1, which will be great. So maybe some will be available to you guys out there. This girl is a really high expression Mandarin female. A lot of times you don't see this much, burnt dark red in them. A lot of times you almost can't tell sometimes that they're Mandarin. So I'm hoping that the baby's gonna look pretty exquisite. The male is pretty high expression too. Not as good as her, but he's pretty exquisite though too, and he's made some nice Mandarins for me. So I'm very happy here with what we got. We're gonna take her off and see what we got underneath there, of course. That'll really tell us. Well, let's take a little peek. Hopefully she won't bite me. All right, well, I thought she was on more than she was. She's got a bunch of them here. She wasn't really laying on that many of them, but we're gonna get her cleaned up and we'll put her in our own new fresh bin, and we'll get these eggs checked out. She's gonna get washed up now, hollowed out, all the eggs are gone, and this little Mandarin girl is gonna get a little bit of rest tonight. Good job. All right, so it turned out to be a pretty nice clutch. I think most of them, there might have been a couple that had some weak veins in them, but most of them look pretty good. That's 8 nice eggs right there. So even if 6 of them are good, that's pretty good odds to try to possibly hit that super Mandarin. And even if you don't, I mean, just getting regular Mandarins out of this, which we're gonna have most of these, 50% of these will be just regular Mandarins, and that female is such a nice looking female. We're gonna get hopefully some nice high expression Mandarins, and I know a lot of people have been asking me about them. They've been very expensive. I think this year maybe the price will come down a little bit for the Mandarins, for like regular, single gene Mandarins. And I don't think a lot of people are making single gene Mandarins anymore. So this might be a good opportunity if you want to get in on the project. The only reason I'm doing Mandarin is I want to do super Mandarin. So. And I didn't want to put, I have a banana Mandarin I could have used male, but then sometimes you can't, I want to make sure I know what a super Mandarin is and what it's not. So for me, it's better to do just one gene to one gene. I'll know if it's a super Mandarin, then I could take that male or female and go on to breed it down the road. I think it's just a safer bet, because then I can't guarantee, because banana makes the Mandarin look so good, Coral Glow too, that, if I make a super Mandarin, I might not know it's super. It might not, or if I might make a banana Mandarin that looks super Mandarin, and I can't tell. So that's why I didn't do that. So good clutch. For the love of snakes, 3 in the morning. This is the latest I've been here. 3 clutches tonight though, so. Matter of fact, I'm here so late, I'm not even going to be able to record the intros and the outros till tomorrow, because I'm going to get yelled at by my wife if I stay here any longer. This was a really anticipated clutch. I had the father of this is a Leopard blackhead het Lavender, and I've been trying to breed this guy this is my 3rd season. This guy was the worst eater. I got it from Justin Kabilka, and Justin usually gives me great snakes. I don't know why, this guy just didn't want to eat. And I think he wasn't getting these girls pregnant. I had 2 Lavender albinos that I was breeding them to for the past couple seasons. And one of the girls didn't go. And this year, finally, one girl goes. And she's on a nice clutch of eggs. I love the Lavender albino. As you can see, look at those purples. Even into adulthood. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous animal. In and of itself, doesn't even need anything added to it. But when you add dark stuff to Lavender albino, it's like you get better, more purples. So I can't even imagine if we hit a Leopard blackhead Lavender. Oh my God, that's the goal. It's been done before. Obviously, Justin's done it. Probably a few other people have done it, but I just think it's exquisite. It's a really, really beautiful looking snake, and as they get older, they just get more and more purple. So we're gonna pull this girl. I'm not gonna talk too much more. I'll show you the dad in a second when I pull the girl. I think we're going to see some really nice babies, and yeah, I think we got a couple good eggs under there too. So that's a good sign. At least we know this male is doing his thing now, and even though it took him a little longer to mature than I would have liked, at least now I can expect to see some future good clutches from him. All right. We pulled her out. Eggs don't look that great to me. I'm hoping at least we got 2 good ones there, which wouldn't make our odds great, but you know what? If the odds gods are blessing us tonight, we might get some, we might produce a Leopard or Leopard blackhead Lavender. You did pretty good. We could always do better, but we'll take them. So it wasn't as bad as I thought. I think we got 4 good eggs. Even that little dimpled one there has some veins in it, so I don't know if anything will come out of it. It might be a little runt. But they're not the greatest looking eggs, but on the bottom at least. But I think we're gonna get 4. I think we can get at least 3. I think we're gonna have. I saw some good, some good veins and some embryos in there. That's encouraging. If we got 4 that hatch, we have a good chance of hitting at least, obviously, 2 Lavenders, and then if those 2 Lavenders, we can hopefully hit a Leopard, a blackhead Leopard. I'm just putting that good juju out into the universe there, so I could, you get what you think about. So I'm going to fixate and think about this a lot, and hopefully my dreams and visions will come to fruition. All right, you start talking crazy at 3 in the morning. That's just the way it goes. All right, guys, that was a great night of pulling eggs. I love when I see 3 really pretty good clutches. Yeah, I mean, not everything was fantastic, but the pairings were exactly what I was like waiting for these females to hopefully lay some eggs. So even if we only have a couple chances to hit on the big odds, I feel like at least we're in the game. And that's good. Sometimes you have good nights, sometimes you have bad nights. Couple night, last week we had one bad night that was some terrible eggs. But this was a good one. So, that Lavender Albino was freaking awesome. I really just couldn't wait to see if she would lay some eggs. That was super exciting. Obviously, who doesn't want to see some super Mandarins? Last year I had the 1 egg, and I did hit on the super, but I'd like to see a couple of them. That would be really cool to get them into the breeding program, knowing that everything you're going to produce is going to be Mandarin, because sometimes the single gene Mandarin is hard to tell. Mandarin is a high expression, low expression, and you have to have a really good eye. I mean, I can spot usually, but to know for sure when you breed something that everything in the, is going to have Mandarin in it is a big relief, So hopefully we get something great from that. So, once again, you have to be able to take the good with the bad. If you can't, and I say this all the time, you're in the wrong game, because there's no such thing as a sure thing. And just when you think you're going to get a lot of great stuff, things don't hatch, the eggs go bad. But sometimes you get a real surprise or a real shocker, and you get something really, really cool. So tomorrow we're gonna go through a really cool clutch that I got that's hatching out. Actually, probably the following day. I'm gonna wait till these guys all hatch out of the eggs. But I saw a hurricane, / Mardi Gras pairing that I did, and we might have a hurricane Mardi Gras or hurricane orange dream Mardi Gras. I kind of teased it on my Instagram a little bit. If you want to take a look at it, I don't know for sure, but it looks like it's pretty good. So we'll take a look at that, plus the other hatchlings that are coming out of the eggs now, and we'll see exactly what we got. That was one of my most exciting clutches, I think, of the season. So I'm super excited about that. All right, guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit that like button, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning.